Welcome from FiberConnect APAC Conference 2024 from Manila. Today I have been joined by Dr. Muneer Zuhdi, who is the Head of Strategic Innovation Partnerships from Nokia Bell Labs. Hi, Dr. Zuhdi. How are you doing?
Very good. How are you?
Yeah, doing well. Okay, so I've seen your presentation today, and a couple of things actually caught my mind. So that's why I thought let's have a discussion around those. So your presentation mentioned human augmentation and digital physical fusion as central focus of Nokia's future vision. So how do you see them reshaping the industries, and how is Bell Labs research enabling those visions?
Okay. If you look at the existing situation with different physical industries, we know that they've been lagging behind in terms of digitalization and the adoptions of the latest emerging technologies like AI, IoTs, blockchain, and all these different emerging technologies. So we have an opportunity really to improve the efficiency, the productivity, the safety of these industries and create a new value for them. Right? So these two areas, trying to not replace the human intelligence, but augment the human intelligence and have a dynamic representation of the physical world in the digital world can help us introduce a lot of new applications and use cases that create value for these industries across these three elements that I mentioned in there. So Bell Labs have been working on a lot of disruptive research along these lines. We believe that the digitalizations for these industries will make them go through a loop of sensing what's happening with their assets, tracking the different devices, tracking the workforce that they have in the workplace, and at the same time trying to analyze and understand the data that they are getting from their sensors and cameras, and then based on that trying to act and optimize the operations. So this will have to be a closed loop that will be automated and helps really improve the efficiency and the productivity and the safety for these industries. So our research has been focused on leveraging technologies like AI in communications and networkings, and at the same time leveraging AI in industrial automation to try to bring more cognition into the operations of these industries, and at the same time looking at some impactful applications and use cases that will create value for these industries, and looking also into some of the semiconductor and the devices, into the optoelectronics, the nanoelectronics, some of the required devices that would be needed to enable this vision.
Okay, really interesting. And I've seen your presentation really catching. So coming to the consumer and industries, so what do you think will be the impact of AI on the future of the networks for the basically consumer and the industries?
I think AI has a transformative impact on the networks and the future products and services that will be provided. So obviously the future infrastructure will be based on a cloud continuum of a hybrid cloud or multi-cloud. We will have intelligence in every layer of the network where the devices will have AI embedded in them. The air interface will be AI native air interface. The energy savings, the fault detections, the fault isolations, all of them will be leveraging AI to become more efficient and more accurate and to prevent any costly hard failures, right? And to optimize the operations. At the same time, we will have intelligence at the edge of the network to try to facilitate local perception and provide immersive experience for consumers. And at the same time, trying to orchestrate the operations for the different machines that are utilized in different industry verticals, and we'll have also central intelligence for some of the services that will be traversing, borders and networks. And obviously, you need to kind of establish trust in a trustless environment as you deal with a huge volume of data. And then, once you have this kind of in place, there's a lot of applications and use cases that will sit on top and will be very specific to the actual services that you will be offering to the different industry verticals. But the existing advances in AI, in Gen AI, really unlocked a lot of new possibilities that wasn't even feasible before. And even now, from a central location, you can have, a telecom-specific, large language model to help you, with the view for the network that you have and optimize the operation and, expedite the fault detection and fault resolution. At the same time, you can have a conversational large language model with a chatty interface that enable you to have more efficient operation of your network.
Okay, that's great. Really immersive. Okay, the next question comes to that. What do you think should be the adoption strategy then of AI? And what are some of the ethical areas that should be taken into the consideration?
I think the first area should be really your own operation, whether you are a telecom provider or whether you are an industry vertical. How can you achieve higher efficiency by leveraging AI, by reducing the amount of resources that are required, right? Then you go into some of the new product and services that you need to introduce. How can you have, a better detection for any anomalies in the operations in there? What are some of the new AI-based applications that you can introduce and generate new revenues in there, or improve the safety and any issues, any accidents that can disrupt your operations? So there will be a lot of other possibilities happening, but the key thing is that, you have to go into a dual mode where you are exploring and exploiting at the same time. So you continue to track the latest evolution, the latest progress in AI and Gen AI, and at the same time try to phase it into your operation as much as possible. Now, as we are moving very fast in terms of the evolution of this technology, we always have to keep in mind that AI has to be maintained as an ethical and responsible, technologies, right? So we make sure that, we maintain the sustainability, we maintain the accountability, the fairness, reduce any possible bias. So there's a lot of work just to make sure that it's always deployed as a sustainable and ethical and a responsible technology.
Okay, really very interesting topics. So really thankful to you for today's session, and having with you has been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Okay.
Thank you.